Alright, let's go over dividing polynomials. So first we have a polynomial divided by a single term. So what we're going to do is we're going to factor this and then see if we can cancel anything out. So what goes into 6x and 12? Well, 6 does. So if we take that out, we have x plus 2. We divide each of these by 6, we have x and then 2 over 3. Now we can reduce. This becomes a 1, this becomes a 2, because 3 goes into 3 once and 3 goes into 6 twice. So we have 2 times x plus 2. Similarly, we could do the same thing if we divide by a polynomial. So say we have x squared plus 5x plus 4, and we divide it by x plus 1. Let's try and factor the top first. This is a quadratic, so let's split it up like this. We have x and x. Then these numbers have to add up to 5 and multiply to 4. So what numbers add up to 5 and multiply to 4? Well, 4 and 1. So we have plus 4 and plus 1. And this is over x plus 1 still. So now when we divide, these cancel out, and we're left with x plus 4. So this is how you can divide polynomials if you're able to factor them and cancel out. But that's not always the case. So let's say we have x squared plus 5x plus 3 over x plus 1. We can't factor the numerator, so we definitely can't factor and reduce. Instead, we're going to do long division. So if we recap how to do long division, what we're going to do is see how many times this number goes into the first. So 3 goes into 5 once. 1 times 3 is 3. Subtract. Bring down the next number. Then see how many times this goes into 24. 3 goes into 24 8 times. 8 times 3 is 24. Bring down the next number. 10 times 3 go into 2. 0 times 3 is 0. Subtract. And we have 2 left over. So we have remainder 2, which is really 2 over 3, whatever we divide by. So now let's do the same for this. X plus 1 into x squared plus 5x plus 3. So this is a binomial, 2 terms, so it can't go into x squared. But it can go into x squared plus 5x, these 2 terms together. So how many times does this go into this? So how many times does this go into this? Well, the most important thing here is going to be this x and this x squared. We could ignore this for now. So what do you have to multiply x by to get x squared? Well, x. X times x gives you x squared. So now just like here, when we saw that 3 went into 5 once, we multiplied 1 times 3. So we're going to multiply x times x plus 1, and we get x squared plus x. Now at this point you have to subtract the whole thing. So 5x minus 1x is 4x. X squared minus x squared is 0. Then we bring down the next thing, just like we did here. So bring down the plus 3. And how many times does x plus 1 go into 4x plus 3? So how many times does this go into this? So just like before, we only care really about the first term. How many times does x go into 4x? What do you have to multiply x by to get 4x? A positive 4. So 4 times x plus 1 gives us 4x plus 4. I have to subtract. 3 minus 4 is negative 1. And this is gone. So we're left with minus 1 over x plus 1. So the answer is going to be x plus 4 minus 1 over x plus 1. Just like this would be 180 and 2/3, which is really 180 plus 2/3. So let's look at the first example we did. So we know that when we divide this, we're going to get x plus 4. So let's actually divide this and see what happens. X plus 1 into x squared plus 5x plus 4. So x plus 1 into x squared plus 5. So this into this binomial. We're really just going to focus on this and this. So what times x gives us x squared? X. So x times x plus 1 gives us x squared plus x. Now you subtract this. 5x minus x is 4x. Then we bring down the 4. So now how many times does x plus 1 go into 4x plus 4? So again, we're just going to focus on these first terms. What times x gives us 4x? A positive 4. Let's multiply it. 4 times x is 4x. 4 times 1 is 4. And when we subtract, we're left with 0. So x plus 1 goes into this perfectly, x plus 4 times, just like we found when we factored and reduced.